Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share a beautiful painting tutorial with you today, especially designed for beginners. So if you are just starting out with painting, this tutorial is perfect for you. So now let's take your brushes, we can start the painting. Step 1, painting the background. So let's start by painting the background first. To achieve the beautiful background, we will need different shades of grey. So we will begin with the light shade of grey, which we will create by mixing white and black. Remember to add more white and less black to get the light shade we need. Now take your large flat brush and load it with plenty of paint, and we will start applying the light shade of grey at the top of the canvas. As we move towards the bottom, we will gradually make the grey darker by adding a touch of black. So let's add a small amount of black to the mixture, just enough to create a subtle transition. Don't make it very dark. So we have the beautiful gradation here. Now take the paint and we are going to apply it next to the light grey shade, and we are going to blend them together. And you can see still the paint is wet, we can easily blend them together. As we reach the bottom, we will add a bit more black to make it even darker, and let's apply this darker shade at the bottom of the canvas and blend it with the previous shades. And now look, we have created a stunning background with a smooth transition from light grey to dark grey. And now let it dry completely before moving on to the next step. Now that our background is dry and we are ready to paint the ground, to achieve the right tone for the ground, we will need a dark shade of grey. So let's add more black to the mixture until we get the darkest shade of grey we need. Using a small flat brush, let's cover the entire ground area with the dark grey shade. And don't worry about the details at this stage, just focus on applying the color evenly. Next, we will add some texture to the ground by painting bushes, grasses and some broken branches using the same dark grey shade. For the grass, I will use small detailing brush to create tiny lines. Take your time with this step as it requires some patience. To make the grasses, bushes and the broken branches visible against the darkest background, I am adding a bit more black to the darkest grey, so it will become more darker. And we are adding some details for the bushes and grasses here, and I am using the same detailing brush to paint the tiny lines for the grass. I know that mastering the art of painting grass can be a little challenging, especially for beginners. Adding those curved lines that look natural and effortless can take some time, but don't worry, it is completely normal to make mistakes along the way. So the key to improving is consistent practice and patience with each stroke. For the branches, simply replicate the shape using the detailing brush. Our goal is to create the natural and organic look for the branches and grass. So just take your time and experiment with your brush strokes. Let's move on to painting the trees. We will start by using a round brush to paint the branches with black paint. To paint the tree, we can begin at the ground and work your way up. So you can move your fingers to create a organic and curved shapes like this. Remember, the goal is to achieve the natural look, so we have to avoid the straight and flat lines in the branches. So as you paint the branches, try to capture the twist and turns by moving your fingers like this. So just hold your brush and move your fingers like this. This will give your brush the more realistic and twisted effect. You can use a larger brush for thicker branches and switch to a smaller detailing brush for the smaller ones. Painting the branches can be a time consuming process, especially the small branches, but it is also very therapeutic. So take your time and enjoy the process of creating each branches. If you are new here, I am Rexana, an acrylic painting artist passionate about sharing my creative journey with you all. If you are interested in improving your painting skills or simply want to enjoy the process of creating, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once you have completed painting the branches, we can add some texture to the tree trunks. To do this, mix a light shade of grey and use a brush to add long, uneven lines that represent the natural texture of the tree trunk. Don't worry about making the lines perfect. Our goal is to represent the organic texture of the tree trunk. After adding the texture, we can add some highlights using a lighter shade of grey. Mix some white with your grey paint to create a lighter shade and then apply it to the texture that would catch the light. So in this case, since our light source is coming from the right side, we will add the highlights only on the right side of the textures. To add the final touch of our painting, I have decided to include a silhouette of a girl holding an umbrella. So let's start by drawing the outline of the girl using the image as reference. You can find the image in the description below. Now we have that outline. Let's block this in the shape with the black paint. This will create a beautiful silhouette against the grey background, and I really love how this adds a sense of drama and mystery to our painting. To make it even more cinematic, let's add some birds flying in the distance. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I hope you enjoy the process as much as I did. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial video. Until then, have fun with colors.